Hello everyone and welcome back to another DMO update video. Today we have a big NADMO update. We have new maximum level increase, we have level 170, we have new season pass, new equipment and new equipment enhancements, a whole bunch of stuff. So let's get right into it. Starting off with the maximum level increase to 170 for both Tamer and Digimon. Now this is actually a good thing because the enemy XP have not been increased, so things like Lucium, level base hard, etc. are still level 140, which means you will have level advantage over them, which basically means your critical rate and hit rate requirements are gonna go down significantly. Specifically, hit rate, you will need way less hit rate. As for the crit rate, it also goes down, but not by that much. You will still need critical rate, but of course keep in mind that because hit rate is not gonna be as important, you can focus more on critical rate, and also the fact that we get more critical rate from levels, so the extra levels will also help. So it's very good, meaning that if you level to 150, things like Colo hard mode should be doable with a triple S plus. Even real base hard mode and even Susanumon dungeon should be still doable with your jumping Susanumon awakened. Of course, given it's have like proper investment, it doesn't make it like easy, but it makes it more viable without having to get crazy amount of hit rate. You'll still need a lot of critical rate, but once again, because you won't need as much hit rate, it's not gonna be that much of a problem. You will not need like perfect accessories. You don't have to balance hit rate, critical rate, and also like the normal offensive stats. You have to only focus on crit rate and the other normal stuff like critical damage and attribute and whatever. So yeah, it's honestly a very good thing. As for the maximum level increase, we got changes related to the XP acquisition from enemy mobs, and unfortunately this part is both a nerf and a buff. So the nerf part is that you will not get XP from Digimons that are more than 30 level difference, be that 30 levels below you or 30 levels higher than you, you will not get XP from them. So if you was like level 100, you will not get a XP from mobs that are level 132 or something. So yeah, that is the unfortunate part. The other unfortunate part is that the amount of XP you get for mobs will depend on the level difference. So for mobs that are below you, you get less XP. So that is the nerf part. Now the buff part is also works the other way around. Mobs that are higher than you, they give you more upwards of 200%. If they are 25 up to 29 level higher than you, you get 200% of the XP. So straight up double the XP. So this part is good, the other part is bad. So we are yet to see if it's a buff or a nerf. In my head, I'm gonna assume it's a buff. To enter the new maps, you need a Timber level of 140 and you need 2 quests complete, Final Showdown and Farewell. I think one of them is gonna be the Spiral Mountain final quest, the main quest is for the Spiral Mountain, and the Mother D report for Digimon Tamers. At least that's what I'm assuming. So you basically need to finish all the maps that currently available, the main quests of all the maps, and when you do that and have level Tamer of 140, you will get the quest in your Digivice called Emergency Digital World, and as you can see, it gives a lot of XP, 95 million XP, and the quest will ask you to talk to Mary in the terminal, and this is where we can enter the new maps. And yeah, as you can see, one quest already gave us 9% XP. So yeah, we just do this quest and now we are able to enter the Kaiser's domain. Alright, and here we are. I believe the map is very big. As you can see, we have mobs from level 145 up to 100, and I saw some 55 and up to 160, so we should be able to level to 170 here, no problem. And I just wanna see the quest XP. These are the normal talk quests, so they don't give us much, but once we get the quest that we have to do things, yep, like this gives 600 million XP. So yeah, the XP is insane, and we have a sub quest that gives 200 million XP, and I believe after finishing all the quests we will have 6 daily quests that also give a lot of XP. And this is why I didn't see the XP changes as a nerf, because for the lower levels, leveling from quests is gonna be much more viable, and I actually wanna see how much XP we get. I'm gonna like use some booster just to see how much XP we get from a normal 146 Digimon. Alright, so let's see how tanky these guys are. Level 140 Piyomon. Okay, we're missing hits with 12k hits, so that's still a good sign. I mean, they are higher level than us, so we have 500k XP. So yeah, and the XP we got is 9 million XP, so that is not too bad at all. That's kinda comparable to Rainbow Bridge. And these are like 146, so it's if we go and try like the higher level mobs. Alright, and here are the level 106. Nope, that's still, yeah, here we go, 161. So I can actually check how much XP they gave. Bro, they did a lot of damage, holy. So you kinda need to Yeah, they're kinda hard, which is a bit unfortunate, so if you're using a weaker Digimon, you are kinda screwed. I have to use expensive healing items, like come on now. I'm too tempted to use all delete, but I feel like I'm gonna be the one getting deleted if I use it now. Bro, why does a normal mob have like 2 million HP? Like, what are we doing here? Chill. And I think I'm using the wrong Digivice. So that's also nice, that's not helping. Alright, there we go, and this guy gave 60 million XP. So yeah, that's how you level, 60 million XP per kill. So it shouldn't be that much for one. It gives 61 mega. Holy, that's a lot. So what about the small Gazimon? Alright, I'm doing it my intrusive thoughts win. Oh my god, that was not a good idea. Help, send help, and it gave 16 million XP. So yeah, as you can see, the mobs give a lot of XP, so 16 million per kill is super fast. And I also, yeah, there's a lot of channels. I also noticed there's a lot of channels, so 7 channels, so it shouldn't be a problem. And because you kill mobs kind of slowly, it means that the area is not gonna be unplayable. So that's good. They give a lot of money drop as well, so that's very nice. And look at this guy with lots of buffs. I think that you're gonna have to do, enter the map, use tons of buffs, and start leveling. And also, by the way, I have this one with 1500 XP, so the XP you get if you don't have this specific suit might be a little bit less, but yeah, I'm already at 46% and I kinda did nothing, so combine that with the XP from the quests, this honestly shouldn't be too hard, so I'm very happy with the new maps. I also can't help but notice there's a lot of like 02 NPCs that includes only the Digimons but not the Tamers, so I really hope that's temporary and we actually get the Tamers, because that would be nice if we got the 02 Tamers as well. So yeah, this is a new field map. We also have the new dungeon, the Digimon Kaiser dungeon. That's literally what it's called. It's a dungeon where the main boss is Metal Greymon Black, so the virus Metal Greymon, and you need level 150 to enter it, and from what I understand you need 2 daily quest items to get 1 pass, so it's not daily, it's semi-daily. And the reward from the dungeon is these items: evil energy and equipment data fragment. The evil energy is used to craft the new equipment, which we're gonna take a look at in a second. 15 Tera drop, and the equipment data fragment, which I believe is used to upgrade the equipment. And also have a chance to drop the additional reward, which you have a 0.05% chance to drop the awakened equipment random box, which I believe are stronger equipment compared to the ones that you can get. So the equipments themselves are kinda busted. So we have the power of courage, hope, and love, and they give the exact same stat. The only difference is the said bonus. So let's take a look at them individually. As you can see, the stats they give, not too bad. All of them gives the same stats. As I said, the only difference is the said bonuses. So let's take at each set bonus. That bonus will basically work when you have 4 or 6 of the same equipment. So having all 4 will give you the first set bonus, and having everything will give you the 6 piece effect. That is the first set bonus. Normal attack have a 30% chance to get 20% critical rate, which is insane. 20% critical damage and 1000 hit rate. And the 6 piece effect is kinda crazy. Have a 70% chance to trigger to increase the attack speed for 5%, critical damage for 30%, and 2000 attack, which is a lot. So this one is kind of like basically a good overall damage set with like hit rate and crit rate, so it's an overall good set bonus. This one I'm gonna assume is good, is made mostly for leveling. As you can see, for the set bonus effect gives you 1000 XP, 3000 HP, and 1500 hit rate. Man, these numbers are so bust. But the 6 piece effect is interesting. When you defeat a monster, you have a 30% chance to increase the XP for 10 seconds. XP gain, you get an additional 2000%. So the 4 piece plus the 6 piece effect is already 3000% XP when you trigger the second effect, and gives you 70% skill damage increase and 3000 attacks. So the second effect looks to be kinda busted, but because the way you broke it is by defeating mobs, it seems that's gonna be mostly used for leveling or for, I guess, I don't know, dungeons that have a lot of mobs, like Rainbow Bridge dungeon or something. So I don't think it's gonna be useful in the normal type of dungeons where you have to fight a boss. And lastly, the Heart of Love set, and this is my favorite because look at this. It gives 40% skill damage bonus, 4500 XP, and 20% skill damage reduction. And then you see the 6th set effect. When you use a skill, you have a 50% chance to increase skill damage by 50%, 1000 hit rate, and reduce damage taken by 30%. So the 4-piece set plus the 6-piece effect, it's literally 50% damage reduction. 50%! By the way, Guardian level 3 is 8%, so this is insane. This makes you insanely tanky. Like, combine this with Miko mode, can you even die? And of course we also have the equipment dismantling. If you like got a set and you just, oh, why did I get this? I'm stupid. You can just, you know, turn it back. Each of them require 25 evil energy, and you get 6 evil energy from each run with like 3 more or up to 3 more that can be dropped on the ground. So you're not guaranteed to get dust, you are only guaranteed 6. So if the dungeon is not too hard, we can get all these sets after a few days. But that's not all, because we have the set upgrade. You can upgrade these sets to give you more stats. So for the head, this is the amount of upgrade. This is the upgrades, the stats of the upgrades when you get them. They obviously start at 0, which is a 5% crit rate, and then all the way to 15. So I will show you everyone individually. So this is the hat. Next we have is the accessory. Next is the top. Then the bottom upgrade, the hand is upgrade, and lastly the shoes upgrade, which is kinda the worst, honestly. Like, I feel like you won't really upgrade your shoes. I mean you will to get the speed. It's unfortunate that it's only 20% when you have like the normal basic one is 30. So I'm not sure why they did that instead of like making it a new stats, or straight up making it from 30 to 40 or something. So the stats looks to be very strong. But of course, I'm gonna assume the upgrades are hard. So let's talk about how to actually upgrade your equipment. But before that, we also have the drop equipment set. So you can acquire drop equipment by hunting some field monsters in power area. Now, unfortunately, we don't know the chance or what mobs drop this, the equipment, but you can get them. And if we look at the stats, they are essentially just a stronger version, even at baseline compared to the crafted one. So I'm gonna assume that they are very hard to get. Like, the drop chance is gonna be something insanely hard. And we also don't know if they are tradable or not, so that's a bit unfortunate. So from the equipment management NPC, you will find a new tab called Equipment Enhancement, and it doesn't work on any of the equipment that are already in the game, so none of that can be upgraded, nothing except the new clothes that can be upgraded. And you need a few items to upgrade them. The equipment data fragment, the material used commonly for equipment enhancement, and this is dropped from the new dungeon. You get 28 equipment data fragment from every single run from the dungeon reward. So it takes you get 28 from every single dungeon run. You also need the equipment data, and these are basically like clones. Like, we have clone C for like from 4 to 6, and clone A and clone B from like 7 to 9 or something like that. Equipment data blue, green, and red are basically similar. So blue is from level 1 to 4. Equipment data green from 5 to 9, and equipment data 10 to 14 is the red, and then the equipment data black is used 10. And you also need the equipment data of the item you are enhancing. So if you are enhancing the top, you need equipment data top. If you're hunting in gloves, you need equipment data hand. So these are the items that are required to do the upgrades, in addition of like some Terra. You can also use other items that are optional. You have the equipment, the enhancement hacking tool, which increases success rate up to 10% of the current chance, and then the enhancement backup ship, and this prevents your equipment from getting destroyed. So yeah, unfortunately, when you upgrade equipment, there is a chance that it be destroyed. So it can succeed, it can fail, or it can straight up destroy the equipment. Unfortunately, we don't have the rates, but my assumption is that the lower level are going to be easier, and the higher you go, the higher the chance of it to be broken. Now unfortunately, we don't really know exactly how to get all these items yet, but we can get some of these items from the season pass, and I'm not sure if there is any other way or not. Like, other than the equipment data fragment from the dungeon, I'm not sure about the other items, but you can get some from the season pass. So if you take a look at the reward, you can see the equipment data fragment is from the free pass. We get some from here. You kind of get a decent amount of it, I would say. But we also have the additional boxes that reinforce it. Tier random box, which can give you all these items related to the equipment data, but it's random, so I'm not sure how I feel about this, honestly. So I hope I'm wrong, and there is actually other ways to get this item other than to just open the random season pass box and pray that you get the items that you need. As for the premium reward, you also have more items related to the equipment, 50 of the blue. So this is kinda the pay to win part of it, unfortunately, is that the season pass, you even get 5 enhancement hacking tools. So, and for the super premium reward, for the enforcement support box from the super premium at level 30, and one backup chip, which is only one. So this item looks to be incredibly hard to get. And at level 18, you get 10 of the box that gives you 10 of each equipment data. So this is the part where I'm kind of like iffy about. I'm not sure if there is other ways to get these items or not. We'll see if there are other ways to get it. Next, we have some buffs for the U-rank Digimons, because why not? Starting off with Merciful Mode, he's getting a buff on his F3, gets a new effect that increases critical attack, which I'm not sure if that's critical damage or critical rate by 15% for 30 seconds with the skills used. So again, I don't know if that's crit rate or crit damage. The U rank Digimons are all getting passive abilities. So that is nice. The passive ability should be in the tamer slot. So I think it should be in here when you use the Digimons. The passive ability will show up. And yeah, these are the passive abilities and they look kind of busted. Like Omega Bomber Super Mode will have a lot of attack speed. Interesting, he went from like one of the slowest attack speed Digimons to one of the fastest. So that's kind of funny. But yeah, U rank Digimons totally needed the buff, I guess. But I will say, I think it's at least a good premise. Like if they are starting to add like passive ability, I feel like now the door is open for more Digimons to get more passive abilities. So that also would be nice if other Digimons receive that. So that's kind of interesting. And yeah, lastly we have the new events. So let's quickly cover them. And this quest's duration is from now up until the end of the season pass, which ends on the 19th of November 2024. So that's kind of long. Starting off with a wide beard guru, which gives you these items. The quest will ask you to collect 20 traces of the Dark Ring, and they are dropped from any mobs in any map except Yokohama Village. Next from Andromon, and is also called Dark Ring, which is interesting, but this time will ask you to defeat 20 Dark Tyrannomon, which are in Valley of Light. And lastly from Anubimon, Encroachment of Darkness, and will ask you to defeat the raid boss in Yokohama Village, which is probably gonna spawn once every 10 minutes. So the quests are very simple. We have items that we can craft, and it's a bit sad but good at the same time. Like obviously it's a good party that gives some obsidian stone and it's a new expansion, Digimon Archive and stuff. So the unfortunate part doesn't include as many seals as last time, but it's still event seals on the list. So if you missed some of them, you can still get them for free from the event. And for the AP event, this time it includes a hit rate seal, which is very nice. The AP shop duration is from now, the 24th of September, up until the 22nd of October. So yeah, we have plenty of time. With that, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more demo content. I'll see you guys in the next video.